This is a direct message to those who call themselves educated, thinkers, leaders, and anyone who's ever taken a paycheck and believed they understood the system. If you can read between the lines, you already know this message is not just words. It's a signal, part of something bigger. This is a real challenge, a test of intelligence, integrity, and depth. Because while the surface world, the so-called 3D world, has its place without characters and morals, it all collapses. The world is on a stage right now, a kind of World Series of consciousness. And the irony is that most don't even know they're in the game. So here's the real question. Can you evolve past labels, past ego, and past systems, and still live with principles when no one's watching? How you interpret this message says everything about you, not me. I'm just a messenger. And as for who I work for, well, I guess that's for you to figure out. This isn't just a mental health documentary. I told you before I wasn't that smart. I'm just really well guided. And I needed my family to help me believe in my worth. But I wasn't allowing anyone to get near me. I had been so badly abused for far too long. I tried something different. I said I'm gonna go into all my pain and I'm gonna see what happens. And I did. And that's how I saw all of you. And I have not communicated or spoke to anyone outside of the norm of the few, barely handful of people that I talk to. I did study social media for 20 years, but not intentionally. Like I said, I just pieced everything together when I figured in February that we were out to save the world. Because it was broken. Because humans were broken. Yeah, nice helicopter. And these people that are against globalization don't understand what it's like to suffer because they're still so small-minded and thinking of only country or thinking of only religion. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. It's December 23rd, 2020. My legal name is Candace Koziol. I was searching for an identity for a very long time. And then I just figured I might as well play all the identities and all the roles because that's freeing. Because I didn't want to fit in any box. Because every time they tried to put me in a box, they just controlled me and I didn't want to be controlled anymore. I was abused from the time I was a little girl. I've been abused so badly, and the truth is I can see everything. I can see the other side, I can see spirits, I can see angels, I can see demons, I can see everything. I was so repressed and so abused. I'm human, I've made many mistakes. But I guess what made me unique was the fact that I always tried to learn from each and every single one of them. But I did let people get in my head, and the people that were surrounding me were hurting me, and quite frankly, I didn't want to be around that anymore. And if you don't have somebody in your life, you don't have a life where you're surrounded by people that are, do have your best interest at heart, then, you have to seek something else out. And really it comes down to choice of what you choose to put in your head. So you don't get to blame movies and blame video games and blame everyone else. Everybody's just fucking blaming everybody for everybody else's problems. So at the end of the day, it comes down to what you've been given, your God-given abilities, and what you do with them. So yeah, you don't get to say, oh, I'm so be grateful for your gifts, but those aren't the things you get to be egotistical about, because that's what the test that you were given. If you were given those gifts and you do not do something with those gifts and make more out of something, and you squander those gifts, not only will those gifts be taken away from you in your next lives, you will know what it's like to suffer. So the only fear of death should be coming back reincarnated. And for some reason they gave me this exceptional power where I guess I get to make that choice for a lot of people now. And I didn't want it at first, but I sure as shit do now, because I know I can make the right one. I knew I had to come and tell all of you off, all of you. And the people with thick enough skin would come back and go, I get it. Yeah, that makes sense. She's for real. They get it because they're for real. And everybody can forgive each other and move on, because that's what humanity really is. And that's what Jesus' message really was. So you don't get to twist it and manipulate it in your favor if you have not sat with the broken and understood them. You don't get to sit on your fucking high horse. You've been blessed into so many things that you've just squandered and you've just used to hurt other people. So yeah, I told you in the beginning of this that I was going to tell off the world leaders, and we went into a pandemic. And it's the 23rd, which has a major significance as a number, just like the balance of 1618. We found that balance. And if you don't understand the masculine and feminine energy, and you're still fucking giving people a hard time about their sexuality, their race, their gender, all that shit, you are so far behind. And I'm sorry, then you should fear death. You should fear death. Because you don't get it. You don't get it. Jesus said the meek will inherit the earth, and he always keeps his promises. And why I didn't ever want to talk about spirituality or religion before, I guess because it meant too much to me. Too much. I'm not a talker, I'm a doer, so I did the work. And now I get to advertise. Message from one of my fathers. Another one of my fathers, good message. I always tell the truth even when I lie. Fucked up world we live in. But I'm so grateful that all of this happened, because I could see the strength in the world and who I was really connected to, and the fact that I wasn't alone. I wasn't the only one. Which means you're not the only one. Which means where brains are connected, which means this pandemic has to happen. And if you understand anything with this reincarnation, you understand the spirits will be divided and go where they need to go. And the Red Sea has been parted. Our side's stronger. So welcome to the apocalypse. This is the real life Godfather shit. This hasn't been a joke. It even scares me. And I'm fucking witnessing it firsthand. So I get it. But I did my part. And I want to be set free too, because I've always listened to what God's told me. We're always going to be a slave to somebody, but I'd rather be a free slave. meaning the people that have helped me. Trust me, I hear you guys far too. I know. And I know what the intentions were behind it when it was good, so it's fine. Because at the end of the day, the story always goes back to something that'll leave me in a win. Because like I said, I got a pretty fucking sick-ass, badass family that isn't afraid to stand up for what's right. And that's what's made me limitless, I guess. But it's not me doing it. It's, I found all of you in my head. I see you. I see your spirits. You live inside me, and I've allowed you to. And as embarrassed as I am at times, that's what's going to give me strength. I get stronger and stronger every time. But no, I didn't release that content. You guys took it. You're doing what you did. I just know it because you've proven it to me with certain things. Like, that's how this has worked. God and science. And if you can't believe in both and evolve and understand the world is bigger than just your little space and get a different perspective, quite frankly, you do deserve what's coming to you. And I don't feel bad for that shit anymore. I had to get over guilt and shame because I realized the shit I was feeling guilt and shame over wasn't even fucking my fault. And the people that did it and the people that do it don't seem to have any guilt and shame. So it's about time that shit turns around. Two days. He'll be bored again. We've died and been born numerous times, but the massive significance of these numbers, these times, and what this means is huge. I'm not an actor. I don't act in anything. And all of you are doing the exact same thing. So it's about time you reevaluate what mental health really is, because so many of you doctors have failed so badly. You have failed so many people. The truth is, they just didn't have love. Love will save the day. It did. Welcome to the Elegantly Outrageous Personal Development Institute. Meet our first Elegantly Outrageous avatar, Candace. The foundation of our personal development programs are based on Candace's real-life story. When the Elegantly Outrageous Personal Development Institute expanded, it turned into a game. One that was created to help you find the best possible version of yourself. So pay attention to the clues, because everything is there for a reason and nothing you see ever is a coincidence. Are you truly comfortable, confident, and happy in your own skin? Then why do you feel you should disguise your own inner contentment? The Elegantly Outrageous programs are designed to help you overcome life's paradox. Understanding what it means to love yourself is the key to resolving conflict, especially your own inner conflict, which we are all struggling with in so many areas. The Elegantly Outrageous programs are playfully hidden in plain sight to help you pay attention to your next clue for personal development. How can you become the best possible version of yourself? Play the game.